Driving through town, you will ultimately come to the square, and at the square you'll find the courthouse. The courthouse is a building that represents many things, among which is the rule of law. The courthouse's presence is a reminder to her citizens that there is a law to abide. And if that law is not heeded, then there's accountability and justice to follow. Well, just as that courthouse reminds us that we live within certain boundaries and restrictions and laws and rules and standards, the believer is reminded as well that there is another courtroom scene. As a matter of fact, there are two courtroom scenes. For the unbeliever, he or she will stand before the great white throne of judgment, and there he or she will be indicted, and they will pay for their own sins in a hellish hell. However, for the believer, he or she will not stand before a judge or Judge Jesus in order to face the penalty of sin that has been dealt with on the cross. But rather, he or she will stand before Christ, and Jesus will require accountability of how we have lived, useful or uselessly, since our conversion in Christ. Jesus tells us in our passage today that there is a judgment seat called the Bema, B-E-M-A. It is the Bema judgment seat where believers will stand, and we must give an account of what we have done. You see, the lost man stands before the great white throne, and he must face the penalty of his sin. However, we will stand before Jesus, and we will explain, not pay a penalty, but explain, what have we done with this new life that he's given us? Take seriously the moment of accountability. And would you consider with me today that we will stand individually before the risen Lord and explain our life since conversion?